Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Factory Town, where in the previous episode I did some ridiculous things, quite frankly. I set up some large-scale operations for harvesting massive amounts of raw materials from places that I just wanted to clear out the space of, and it's probably dumb, but I haven't seen the comments of last episode yet, so I don't know how much you hate it, and I'm going to continue doing it until then. But it seems like these guys over here are finally finished gathering this bit of stone over here. I think I'm just going to delete these guys. We already have enough people gathering stone elsewhere, as we managed to achieve last episode through just keeping throwing more people at it till it worked. We're now very slowly building up a supply of raw stone by having a chute's worth be delivered non-stop. And now we can see that, yes, a silo has a capacity of 100, which is actually not too bad. If it wasn't for the fact that we've just gained the ability to upgrade barns to contain more, you'd actually be able to store a lot more items in per tile using silos, because it would be that you can have 50 in each slot. There's 4 slots in a barn, or you could have 9 silos in a 3x3 space, each storing 100, or even just have 4 silos so you've got room between them to move around and everything, and have that all work. Yeah, there we go. We've got a full chute of the stuff going, and there's probably a couple more things we could shoot around, like wheat is something I might do, because that would help us to get a better food supply. As it stands, I think the houses aren't doing amazingly as food goes. Yeah, they're not all being provided with fruit and vegetables, and they're doing a terrible job of being provided with in terms of grains. So we should do something about that. We could actually process some of our fruits and vegetables into jam, fruit juice, and veggie stew, apparently. I don't actually know what they require. For that, I'd need to build a kitchen to give that a test, which I suppose we could do. Yeah, let's just plonk one down somewhere and then destroy the thing in a minute once we know what it's capable of. Buttons. B. Buildings. Kitchens. There we go. Plonk. New recipe unlocked. Remedy. What to? Who knows? It's a mystery. It's a remedy to something. Okay, so bread we can do using 2 flour and fuel. It all requires fuel. Actually, not all of it does. Make fish oil out of fish. Ointment out of fish oil and herbs. There's a lot of stuff we can do here. Seems like medicines as well as foodstuffs. We've got veggie stew around here. There it is. It requires a carrot, a potato, and a tomato. So there's a little bit of work to set it up and make it all work correctly. Because you got to get your ratios right. Though I suppose you can have some sort of system with priority so that extra tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots can go off elsewhere. What other stuff? What else do... Oh, there was fruit juice, wasn't there? Hang on, is this in here? And there we go. Fruit juice is made of fruit. General fruit. Is just anything in the fruit category? Because that's nice. Presumably that makes it really easy to do. And then there's jam, which requires fruit and also sugar. We could easily set up a kitchen making fruit juice. That's pretty easy, and that gives us red coins. Yeah, and then just have all of the grapes going into that. The carrots will still go in just as carrots, I suppose, unless we find something else to do with them, but I don't see a recipe that's particularly simple to do with them right now, so I think I'll just go with the fruit juice option. Leave it at that. But then also we can make bread out of flour. Is there anything else we can do with flour? Only really fancy stuff. Oh, no, there's another one that's bread. 1 flour and potato to make bread. Interesting. Don't have any potatoes being farmed right now, so I'll not bother with it, but something to bear in mind, I suppose. Alright, delete you. And all of the gubbins. And also, I noticed there's just a couple of little bits of grain around the place. I might just hire a guy. Just a singular guy to clear those out. I'm not going to tell you where to send him. I just want you to harvest the grain. Is there I thought there was a button to... Do I have to select a location? Okay. Where to send it? Is there anywhere I can send it? Directly to the food market, I suppose? Yeah, sure. You can spend the rest of your day slowly gathering that grain and sending it there. I'm not bothered about that getting done anytime soon, really. Also got one bush of herb. I might also get a random dude working on that too. And when it comes to a single one, I could just delete the thing. But also, it costs nothing to be like, have one guy gather herbs. Send the stuff over to that barn there. Yep, he's gonna take years. It's gonna be great. But it's fine. I said there's more herbs here than he's clearing out. They're actually in a quite significant number. Might want to do something about that. Right now we don't have any farms working on that. At some point we presumably will do for the purposes of medicines and such. Okay, what can we work on? Oh yeah, so getting the fruit juice made. So, first things first. We're going to need to use the silo trick. Theoretically, we could get away with not doing it, but I worry about people not being able to walk underneath. The conveyors are already a little bit low as it stands. So, we're going to get a different menu entirely. There we go. A little stack here with a chute. Nearly did a belt. No, a chute coming out. And we need one more out here instead of just hammering buttons. And then we need a silo, which is... I keep mixing up the F keys with the number keys. It's a problem. Then... 1, 2, 3. Another chute. And we're going to need some grabbers. Oh, actually, I'm going to... Oh, no, I guess we can just build a grabber and it will only be able to grab things that can go on chutes. So that's fine. And yeah, it'll just grab all the... Oh! Okay. Grapes can also go on chutes. Who knew? It doesn't look like they can. I assumed that the item had to be visibly capable of rolling, and not a flat image like the grapes are, but maybe I was wrong, and we can actually just transport this all by chute after all. In which case, oops. Okay, we've got to work this out then. So this is 3 blocks higher than this. It only goes up by 2 blocks here. We actually can only have it go up by 2, otherwise it's going to have a problem with that stone. So we'll not actually have it rise all the way. I'll have it pop out there instead. And that'll all be fine. So, scaffold block, like there. Another one. We don't even need to... Yeah, we just need to delete the conveyors, basically. Right, send it over there. Continue it over to... Well, we can't do that. We've got to delete the conveyors. So, cut off the supply. That'll all run down. We can just delete everything that's here entirely. None of this matters anymore. I'll just let the things run along anyway. And you know what? Let's build the grabber. There we go. And I wonder if it's everything that thing can take. Don't know about carrots. Yeah, oh no, there we go. There was a carrot. Yep, so carrots can go along chutes as well. Yeah, everything can go along chutes. I assumed that it was more restrictive than it turns out to be. I'll just delete all of this. And then we're putting one back in right next to it, but whatever. It'll be done in a single click, so I'm fine with it, really. Or a click and a drag, anyway. Oh, it was there. Shoot from here to here. Delete all of these. Have to put back in the sorter in a second. Oops. Oops. And then I guess this will swap for shoots as well. Okay, we'll build the sorter first. That's the smart thing to do. Sorter. There. For wheat, grain, whatever it's called. Grain. And then just put the chutes in. So, oh. Can we do that? There we go, that works. Straight into there. And then one coming off here. Down into there. Alright, now we're producing stuff way quicker than we were before. This should work pretty well. It's going to take a little bit of time to sort of get through the stockpile in here. But it'll eventually get to the carrots. Presumably. Yeah, there it goes. And onto the carrots. Yeah, we'll just get a nice steady mix of it all, and we can probably now massively boost the speed of this and still be absolutely fine. Oh yeah, definitely. How far can we go? What if we put it at 10? Is that too much? Let's find out. Does anything build up, or is it all going to be able to run down the chutes now? It all appears to be running down the chutes. This thing can run literally full pelt and be fine. Yeah, that works. That's pretty good, that. Okay, we might struggle with the supply of crops at this rate. We might burn through it all. I'd not be surprised. Though it seems like if all those fills will have plenty of blooming grapes, there's a lot in range of this thing. Above everything else. Carrots are going to be the first to suffer of anything. Then again, carrots take twice as long as wheat to harvest. Maybe it won't be too bad. They might hold together. Though my faith in that is dropping by the second, because these things are taking forever to regrow. So it's just working through them one by one. Oh no, they're growing fairly quick actually, it's not too bad. They're watered and fertilized, so that's all good. Alright, well that should be food-based happiness much better than before. Oh, you know what we can do? That might help things out here. Delete this for a second. Put in a ramp. Oh, missed. Put in a ramp. Put in that like that. Put the grabber back. And now it all gets a speed boost going onto the chute. Might help us get even more potential throughput. Not that we need it, because it's already going fine, but still. It's a cool thing to test. How are the carrots? We're about to lose the last carrots. How are the other ones doing growing? Oh, they might be back in time? That one's back. There we go. Maybe it's okay. I'm not 100% convinced. We might have a carrot issue. And carrots are the least important out of the things we're producing here. They can't be crafted into anything, whereas everything else we have can. Though we need room to have the kitchen to make the bread, and at the moment I realise we don't have that. There's a barn here full of stuff, which I kind of wish would just move along a bit. Why did I even place it like this? It's such an awkward spot. It's 4 tiles away from the next buildings. I could see a case for 1, 2, or 3, but why 4? Of all the numbers, I could even see a case for 5, but not 4. Oh dear. Being dumb in how I build stuff. I think I built it just 2 away from that, but that means I can't build anything in the gap. Yeah, the whole thing was dumb. Why'd I do that? Where should I send this? You can get out of the way for a start. Let's just build like another barn across from this one. So like there. And we'll have this be a 3-wide road when we actually finalize it properly. And then just a... Not a conveyor, chute. Why would I have a conveyor? I've learned that everything in this thing can be sent by chute. Hell, let's have 2 of them. Let's get this done super quick. Grabber, grabber, go! Dump all of it, crazy fast. Yep, that's a way to just super quickly drain something. One of the filters, but that's fine. I don't think this one had either. The filters will be the stuff that's in them. Nothing else will be able to be placed there. I need more grain, honestly. We're not actually producing that much flour. It's 3 grain to make 1 flour. This thing isn't even needing extra workers to keep going. I mean, it's running at 150, so we're past 50 happiness now. Very good. That's presumably been pushed over the edge there because of the food situation. Everyone's at 3 or 4. Where are we lacking still? What's struggling? It's the clothing. That's not a surprise, really. I'm not surprised that the clothing isn't enough to keep everybody happy. I haven't really worked on that supply very much at all. It's just going as fast as it can with what I've given it, which isn't much. Though the issue is actually the supply of leather. In fact, I need to speed this up, because now we're using, like... Oh no, wait, the problem is the consumption of grain. That's the issue. Yeah, this doesn't have a buildup of it at all. We'd need more grain coming in. How's this doing? This is a buildup of grain, to be fair. We get a second chute going. Overcharge this thing. Or get a second farm. I know people keep telling me just make more buildings instead of jumping more people in the buildings. We are actually nearly out of people now, looking at it, so maybe we should do that a little bit more than we have been doing. Wonder how our armies are doing right now. These guys are doing well. Oh, but this is all stopped. Uh-oh. We filled up both of these? Yes, we have. Wow. Alright. Put a pusher there then, so that still is going to get some priority. But then also get a chute going like that, and going like that. And then it all just goes running down at ridiculous speed for a second. And then upgrade the crap out of this thing. And that should maybe do it. That might be enough to finish off the forest, or we might need one more after that one. We'll see. We probably need this many people working on it anymore. In fact, a lot of them have just stood around not doing anything. This guy has just given up. He's not even trying anymore. But, you know, other people have got it. I'm never going to get in there. Slackers. Oh, and this job over here is done, apparently. Oh, there's one more herb bush with 4 in it, and everyone's holding some. This thing is done. I kind of just want to make a silo so as not to waste it, but I suppose we'll have more herbs together from elsewhere later, maybe? I don't really know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Upgrade the crap out of this, and let's make a system to transfer into it. There we go. Scalpel block 1, 2, 3. And then I guess we can do it with the chutes. There we go. I've understood it now. I've learned the way of the chute. I've learned the value of it. And grabber, and there. Transfer it super quick, and yeah, branches covered in berries can apparently roll down chutes as well. I assumed that the thing had to be visibly rollable to roll, but apparently I was very wrong. Right, all these people are done. You're all fired. But you know what? There's a whole bunch of wheat here, and I've just decided we want more wheat. So, hey, we can do something about that. Let's get some being brought in from over here. Then again, like, everyone's probably okay for wheat. Oh, no, maybe not. No, they're not. Okay, yeah, we need more wheat. Let's do it. Okay. I have to work this out. What's the height? Who knows? Let's have it, like, cross the water here. That might be a better way of doing it. So... blocks. Oops. I think 5 might be correct. Let's find out. It looks like it is. Yep, exactly correct. Fantastic. Though this is now not quite right. There, and... oh, no. Messed it up again. Damn it. Every time you got to delete everything on the tile. There, that's what I wanted. And then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right across there. That's all good, and it replaces it. That's very nice. I definitely approve of that. Then that, and a silo, and another silo there. Oh, can't afford. Need planks. Oh, I just used a whole bunch of planks to make all these, so it's going to take a second for this to build up again. Oh dear. Well, there's a way to fix that. However, it requires planks, so it'll take a second while this builds up the supply. We need to be able to stockpile more planks. Also, we just seem to kind of just need more. Like, maybe the one chute isn't enough. Like, this stuff is all built up, but this is still not making planks as quick as I would like it to. And every time all of its plank supply gets sent... oh, no, it's not. We've got half of it going that way, haven't we? So, yeah, I was going to say every time all of it gets sent that way, it's going to be a problem for happiness. But we're holding above 50 right now. It's all looking pretty good. In fact, we're up to 54. Continuing to slowly climb, it seems. As things even out at better rates. Okay, boop. Now you can store probably twice as much as something like that. Hell, let's do the whole thing. There you go. We can now store 750 planks. You know what? I'm going to switch this to a different filter. Berry cake. Because we probably don't need that much in the way of planks, and I'd like to reserve it for something else in case we want to do that later. I wonder, how's research doing? Oh, it's nearly done. Excellent. I was just thinking, it's been quite a while since we queued that up, and then it takes a lot. Very slow process. We should work out how to make books. Are they a thing that can be made in here? No, that's the only thing slumber mill can do is that. What about a workshop? Can we make books in a workshop? We can. It requires... Oh no, leather! Not more leather! We're already having enough of a problem with that as it is. We'll make our wood more than twice as effective, though, I noticed from the recipe. Takes 4 paper. And I think a book is worth 10 in terms of research, so it would be good. But yeah, our leather issue is already a problem right now. We need to do something about this whole setup over here to get that looking better. That'll help our clothes, that'll help our happiness. Everything contributes to happiness at the end of the day. It all matters. Okay, back to this project over here. Now we built up some planks. Pretty simple last bit of it to do anyway. Silo. And then a couple of grabbers. Plonk plonk. And we just need some workers to throw at this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we'll leave it at that because I think we're doing already pretty well with grain. We don't want to put too much in the system. That'll actually overdo it. Causes problems. There we go. 6 people working away at this. That'll clear all that out. More around there to work on. I guess we could have a guy whose job is to harvest that stuff. Stick it in the silo. And yeah, this might be too much. This is building up, which we don't want, because that means no more fruit and veg. Only wheat. We don't want only wheat. It's making the whole system worse, I feel like. Okay, way less people working on this. You fired. You fired. And we got 3 people. Plus that one guy. It's going to take a while for this to run down, if it's going to run down. Seems like it is slowly. I'm going to fire one more. That should definitely do it. Oh, half the problem is actually the processing rate of the grain mill. Well, let's throw people at that problem then. Let's see how that goes. That might be okay. Might make the whole system run a lot quicker. It turns out maybe we didn't need to fire all those people. Yeah, right now the whole thing is just grain, which is no good. I could have separate conveyors for grain and everything else. I know this. But also I feel like we can probably get enough throughput from this one if we just have the ratios on it right. There we go, we got a grape. There's one grape. We'll get him back there. It's taken a while. Yeah, I don't know. It might still not be enough. And it's still this limiting it. It's all building up here rather than going elsewhere. So, more grain mills, maybe? Also, all this wood here is annoying. I want to clear this out too. Oh no. Never ends. Why is this worker stopped? Oi! Get on with it. Got a job to do. Is it too far? Does it not work? It might be that, like, it's just too long a distance for him to transport the stuff. Oh dear. That one guy working on grain's doing the thing, though. Slowly but surely. He's cleared one of them already. Yeah, this isn't looking any better. It's not able to get through its grain supplies. I mean, part of the reason is that this thing's running crazy speed. Let's slow it down. 5 workers. Actually, no, let's give it a minute. Let's slow down to 1 worker so it can empty out its stores, and then we'll speed it up again and see how it goes. Give us an opportunity to get some fruit and veg back into the system, because people's happiness is going to start dropping real quick when their supplies of fruit and veg run out, which they are doing around about now. Still taking its sweet time. Oh, but we just unlocked the mine. Fantastic. Can I get a continuous supply of stone if we so desire? Though right now we have enough. Okay. What to do next? Steam power seems like it could be neat. All this other stuff is very fancy. Not sure if I'm up to that yet. Enchanted accessories is cool. Gold, magic cloaks and stuff, but I don't think we're there yet, whereas steam power seems like something we could achieve. All the mana stuff seems slightly beyond us at this stage, so we'll go with steam. Also, it's a super cheap one relative to everything else. We'll actually get it done pretty quick. Okay. There we go, we got some carrots coming through. Whole thing's drained. Right, let's speed it up again. 5 workers, see how that fares. It'll take a while to see how it all shakes out. Now this thing's now cleared out all the grain it was being delivered. And we know this thing worked before at 10 workers. That is one thing. The supplies now a lot slower, so it might be that if we just ramp it back up to 10 it'll be okay now, but then it wasn't before, so maybe I'm overdoing it that way. Let's see if stuff builds up. The key is this end. So if the grain starts building up here again, it's going to run all the way back down the system. And it's not right now. Seemingly. Yeah, that seems like it's holding up okay now. Maybe we can just leave it like that. After all. We'll leave it for now. There's a lot of food coming through. Food is food. That's all pretty good. Okay. How's this going? That one's nearly full. But the forest is nearly cleared. So they might actually do okay there. I think they will have a bit too much left over, but I could just start dumping that onto the actual system over here or something, maybe. And there's a whole other bit of forest here to clear as well. Technically, I want all of this gone, ultimately. All this stone as well I'd like to be cleared. But we've got other more pressing stone supplies to remove as well, so I guess that's fine. And there's a lot of storage space in this before these guys have to stop work, which is good. There's a million different directions to go, and this is the thing, it's like I'm constantly like, oh, what do I work on next? There's everything. The to-do list is everything. All the things. I kind of want to do fish, because it's something new. Should we do some fish? I want to see how the fishing boat works, because that's a whole other kettle of fish. Right, fishing boat. Plonk it down. And how does it work? So, harvest fish. First of all, it's got to take it somewhere. Do we just have a barn on the edge of the water, and that'll do it? I would suppose so. Let's do a bit of terrain lowering around here, so make sure we've got room to sit a barn comfortably. All these cliffs on the edge of the water can become gentle hills. Nice, accessible beaches for the locals to visit. Not that they ever do, because they're all working constantly. Oops. Okay, made more water there. That wasn't the plan. Just leave enough room for the barn and also some flat land around it. And then build a barn right on the edge of the water, and will that work? Deliver fish to barn? Yeah, it works. Okay, there we go. Now, presumably, yeah, it uses up the fish, so can we make a fish farm? Is that a thing that comes along later? We've got new buildings, apparently. The mine, there we go, requires some rails, so we'll have to make some of those. Or the packager. Maybe it's time to start using that, because that's a way of transporting things at a very high rate of throughput. But also it seems like a lot of work to go through that process. I don't see a fishing building. Maybe we have the farm building or even the pasture or something and it works with that? I really don't know. Like if I select this recipe, is fish on there? No. Also, there's one that just produces fertilizer. Good to know. And also, you can just make egg on its own, rather than having being forced to have fertilizer alongside it when you don't necessarily want to. I mean, maybe fish regenerate naturally. Maybe that's a thing. Oh, they do! Look at that, the number's going up. Now what happens if I overfish? If the fish tile dies, do the fish go forever? If I'd known these things naturally regenerate, I would have had so much more fishing so much earlier on. That's brilliant. Right, there's things we can do with fish. We can cook it, and we can just send it straight to the food market. Raw fish and cooked fish both go to providing meat, but I imagine cooked fish is better. There's also fish stew, I noticed. Let's make another kitchen and see what the options are. Do we have a kitchen on here? We probably don't. No, okay, build. Also, have these limitations changed? We can now have 3 food markets, 2 general stores, 2 apothecaries, 1 specialty goods. Interesting. Okay. Kitchen. Plonk. Automatically supplied with water. I guess some things require that. The remedy. That's literally the only thing, huh? Okay, fish. So, yeah, cooked fish. There's the simple one there. Goes from 1 red coin to 3. Not gonna complain about that at all. And then, oh, there's 2 fish to fish oil, which is salves, which is presumably a medicine thing. So definitely worth considering later. And that's it. Yeah, so we'll make cooked fish. Oh, no, also then cooked fish, butter, and tomato makes fish stew. That's a little bit too much work for me right now. We'll just cook the fish. So we need fuel. I guess we can use fertilizer if it's being produced nearby. Yeah, let's have this kind of higher up. Let's do a bit of... Yeah, I'm going to delete this where it stands right now, or not. I'm going to... There. And then we'll build it up on the hill. So, kitchen. Up on this level. Literally right there. We'll do just fine. And then we have scaffold block. Oops, oh, I did that wrong. And actually that works fine. Right, do that there. That there. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, do it again. I'm going to do it with the arch because I feel like there might be issues with clearance here because I think there's a slope. Okay, and then chute. I'm going to go with the chute. And a grabber. I don't see any fish on it though, so maybe fish can't transport that way. So we'll go to conveyor. And grabber. There we go, that's transporting the fish. Assign the recipe of cooked fish. And then we want some priority governance happening here. So this is the barn that is storing fertilizer for the purposes of proper storage. So what we'll do is then have a pusher after that. I'll put it there. And then we need to run this over this way. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that level doesn't work at all. Right. Let's have it go up a smidge. Just a smidge. 1, 2, 3. Is that the right height? Oh wait, one more. There we go. That's where we want it to go in. So let's do like that. No, that's not at all what I want to do. Thanks, game. We need to go up some more. Will it work now? There. And then this going that way. Alright, fertilizer is now being prioritized to fueling the kitchen over here. Is that enough? We'll find out. Probably not, but we want more fertilizer being made anyway, so we'll work on that, I guess. I mean, one of the recipes is just fertilizer. Maybe we end up doing that. Now, the problem is the animal feed. We need more animal feed. We just got to provide more of that. We'll work that out at some point. In the meantime, our rate will probably limit our cooked fish production, I guess. Also, we just hit 60 happiness for a minute there. Nice. Very, very good indeed. So, let's get the output of cooked fish going on a belt. And it's got to connect up to here, so there's going to be a lot going on around this poor food market. We'll have to work out how that's going to happen. I'm just going to make a stack there and see what's the lowest height I can go over the houses at. That height. Good to know. And then Yeah, I suppose that works. Ramp. Ramp, and then... Oh, we need one more. And then we can go in. There we go. And then we need a belt going across here. So first of all, it comes out this way, right the way over here. Probably have to do a bit of a zigzag, I'll be honest, as awkward as that is. In fact, let's do something like this. Trying to work out the height. So we want that, and then we want... Okay, we'll do the pillars, and then... We should have just done that. We didn't even need to do any of this. We just needed to put that bit in, showing that the fertilizer can go underneath, and then we just need to connect the belt to that. So let's see what it tries to do. That is not what I want to do at all. Alright, game, I'll do it manually. It's about that height we're looking for. Yep, and then there. And then we want a pillar here. Connect to there, connect to... Well, we now need to sort all this out. I could put a scaffold block there. We'll do that. No, that's the right height. And to there. Connect that across the top of the workshop, and then we just need to put that in at the right point, and that. Go across to there. Go across to there. And that is our cooked fish belt. We just need the grabber now. Grabbing all the cooked fish, and presumably we don't need this being stored anywhere. I think we just send this directly to the endpoint without any issue. Yeah, it's had a bit of time to build up fuel, but it didn't really, actually. No, it didn't really build up fuel at all. Limiting factor is definitely the supply of fertilizer, which is now dedicated to this, essentially. There's no longer any going over this way, though there's still huge supply built up, apparently. I might even just cut this supply off at this point. This kitchen should presumably use all the fertilizer we'll ever need. Actually, there's no reason to specifically cut it off. It'll be fine as is. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we have cooked fish being provided now. It's just about to arrive, and everyone's going to be very happy about that. There we go, we're above 60 again, and rapidly increasing. Oh, that's cool to watch when you're just dumping a new food into there entirely, so everyone's immediately way happy about it. We're going to hit 70? Oh. I don't know if we are. Oh, come on, 70. I believe we can do it. It'll really help our production rates in various places. There we go, 70! Just for a brief moment and then it drops again. I don't know if we'll be able to hold at that level. We'll see. And already that's pretty damn good. Seeing as the game's currently telling us our target is 50. And mana crystals. It seems like I've prioritized the sort of happiness part of the game more so than maybe the game's expecting me to. So maybe that's dumb. Who knows? Doesn't really matter ultimately. Yeah, we definitely need to improve the state of this farm so that we can get more grain, so we can get, I know it's not the state of the farm, it's the state of the bloomin' conveyor, more than anything else. Oh, actually, this thing's full right now, that's no good. Go quicker. What are you wasting time on? Oh, you know what, of course I knew that non-rolly things can go on conveyors. I've done it before. I'm just a derp. Yep. I bet you've already commented about that. Oh, no. Yeah, wow, this thing can go so much quicker. How did this go wrong? I'm very confused now. It's like now it's going full speed and it's still staying fully loaded. Oh, is it because this thing's built up as well? So for a time... there we go. Now it is running down. Yeah, that's way more of that now. So that'll really help the fuel supply and also the supply of clothes to people. So we'll maybe see even better happiness rates than 70 now. There you go, 71. I was right. I predicted the future. I'm magic. Don't even have mana crystals yet. There we go. Look at all that cooked fish. That's a pretty decent rate, all things told. I'm sure that a lot of houses will struggle to keep well supplied on it, but A minute ago we were getting none, so it's an improvement. How's this doing? Absolutely fine. It's not built up again. Interesting. Now these guys are spending a lot more time having to walk now. That's part of it. Also, these guys have finished getting rid of the forest. In fact, it's worked out perfectly. They've just filled up this, and there's a couple of them still holding wood with that forest gone. So we can hook up another barn here. Should I just hook up 5 and be done with it? It's obviously where we're going here. And then what I need to do is make a bunch of planks out of this stuff. Just start setting up a new plank production over here that's ridiculously fast and based entirely on temporary storages. Oh, maybe that's a bad idea. I'm not really sure anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. In case you hadn't noticed, I just faff about till it works. There we go, and then put some pushes in here. And there we go. It'll work, it'll drain out. These guys can all be fired. Probably quicker to fire the current people and then... Oh, there we go. We're all moving. Fire the current people and then hire new ones at the new location. They've got some weird ideas about how they want to load things up there. There we go, that whole thing drained out super quick into these things. Also, we need to upgrade the crap out of them. There we go, we can store 5,000 wood, and already we're storing over 3,000. So, there you go. It's fine. Everything's fine. Gonna put some more people on this task now. That, they're not over-providing for the system. There we go. Hopefully that won't be overdoing it. Shouldn't be, I wouldn't think. Yeah, it should be fine. And we never made the bread, or indeed the grape juice. There's too many other things. So much to do. How's the stone doing? Oh, it's draining again, I think. This thing might not be going quite as full pelt anymore. Hard to say, like it should be, though. This thing's like all built up. Having 2 merge probably isn't the most effective way of doing things, so that doesn't help the situation much. But yeah, these guys are having to travel further now for the stone, because they're finally making a dent in it. Anyway, we've done enough for today. We've done some things. They were myriad and various. We made cooked fish. We got the fertilizer running better, apparently. Don't know how long that'll last, though. Yeah, this thing isn't running full pelt anymore. I'm going to slow it down a smidge. It probably doesn't need 5 workers in it to be going fine. Is that too slow? Seems like it's about steady. And this thing is drained. We could have more people in it. Let's put more people in it. That might use up all of the actual crops. They're already really struggling. Yeah, I think I've maybe just tipped them over the edge there. Oh dear. I should stop messing with things. I've started I started doing my outro and then I got distracted and carried on playing the game, which is just what this game's like. Yeah, we got some cooked fish, we got some better fertilizer, we got an actual fishing operation, which turns out to be ridiculously easy to do. Whoops, should have done that sooner. Happiness is doing fantastically. It's dropped back below 70 again, but what are you going to do? And we've destroyed a forest, as well as lots of stone and some crops and done stuff over here. It's great. Yeah. Steam power's going to be done soon and all that. We're going to have plenty more to do. We're kind of ahead of ourselves now in terms of research, so that's nice. We haven't actually made any mines yet, though we now can if we need to. I wonder, should I just overcharge this barn? Yeah, let's do it. There you go, I'll keep those guys busy for a minute. Alright. There's lots of chutes and belts and stuff going all over the place. I should be fully zoomed out for this, actually. I never really zoomed this far. Look at all this stuff we got going on. Industry and activity everywhere. 146 people operating this town. And plenty more to do. There's still so much more of the game to explore. Like, I feel like this is the kind of game you could put hundreds of hours into and still not get everything done. Or maybe it's just me, who knows. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.